to your selfishness and desires. Whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives you, give back more in return. Abdi anfiq unfiq alayk. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says, give for my sake, I will give you more in return. وَمَنْ يَبْخَلْ فَإِنَّمَا يَبْخَلُ عَنْ نَفْسِهِ. And whoever is selfish, as Allah says in the Qur'an Kareem, is only being selfish to themselves. So if you want to be selfish, you're only being selfish to yourself. Selfish in which way? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will take away everything from you. The way He took away everything from these brothers. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make you poor. And Allah azza wa jalla will deprive you the way He made other people be deprived. My brothers and my sisters, everything is in the hands of Allah. Allah gives it to you to see what you do with it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blesses you with it to see what you do in return. Give for the sake of Allah and see what Allah gives you in return. Allah azza wa jal will make your wealth continue to prosper, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will expand and increase your wealth. مَا نَقَصَ مَالٌ مِّن صَدَقَةٍ. The donation and the charity that you give for the sake of Allah will never diminish, will never reduce your wealth. It only increases from your wealth. How many times you hear of brothers who would they give something for the sake of Allah? They will give something in charity, they'll give something in donation, and then that very same minute Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give them more and more. How many times brothers told me I donated for the sake of Allah for this good cause? Straight away Allah azza wa jalla gave me more. Straight away Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala opened doors for me that has not been opened for me for a very long time. Straight away, subhanallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you more in return when you give for His sake. For that, my brothers and my sisters, this story is for us to reflect upon the wealth that we have. It's all a trust that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had entrusted us with. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is watching, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is seeing what we do with it. So this wealth that we have, we need to give the rights of this wealth back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to the poor and the needy, building masajid, to the orphans, to good causes, whatever good cause there is. Don't be selfish because you're only being selfish to yourself. Don't deprive others because you're only depriving yourself. And my brothers and my sisters, having wealth, it doesn't mean that you are happy. Satisfying your body, it doesn't mean you had satisfied your soul. Satisfying your body doesn't mean that you had content or you had satisfied your spirit or your soul. It's all by the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that you please Allah azza wa jalla, Allah will please you in return. We always connect the two together. We connect that if I satisfy my body, I'm going to satisfy my soul. That's wrong. And that's why many people have a lot of wealth, they're not happy. It doesn't mean that if you've got beautiful cars and beautiful houses and you've got everything that you want in this world, you're happy. Happiness only comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Contentment only comes from Allah azza wa jal. Satisfaction only comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Don't mix the two together and think that if I'm going to have beautiful cars and beautiful houses and I've got a lot of money, I've got a lot of money in my saving, this will make me happy. You're wrong. You are wrong. Happiness only comes when you please Allah. Happiness only comes when you follow the path of Allah. Happiness only comes when you do good. Happiness only comes when you give to others. Happiness only comes when you donate for the sake of Allah and give charity. This is the quality of the mu'min, the believer.